Inspiration, inspirado. Inspiration, inspirado. Inspiration, inspiration, inspirado. Inspirado. We want to welcome inspiration. We want to welcome knowledge. We want to welcome understanding. We want to welcome purity. We want to welcome inspiration. We want to welcome vision. We want to welcome ability to see, not only with your physical eyes, but with your spiritual eyes as well. You want to welcome the welcomeness. You want to welcome what's meant to be. You may welcome all, but at the gate, before their entrance, you purify all before they enter. Once they enter, they're pured during the time that they are in your present. Once they leave, they choose. They choose. It's up to them. Some might be ready, some might not be ready. You may not rush an individual to see what you see, to feel what you feel, and to know what you know. Each individual is at his or her own level, based on their experiences and their thoughts. They are in their own level. Remember what I said about the bubbles before in one of my past speaks? That's why it's important to listen to the past speaks, so you comprehend once we advance in this energy comprehension. We talk about completion in last session, which we will cover shortly, briefly about it, because completion has its own level. Back to the subject. Purity. Purify. Once they're purified, they become in your present. Once they're out of your present, is their choice, because they're the one who choose to see which thought they want to open or not, just like the bubble. If they open up all the bubbles that coming at them, then each bubble has hundreds of thoughts in there. And if they open one of those, they have already dealing with 100 thoughts. And as soon as they open one of those 100 thoughts, one of them, another 100 thought will open up. If they open two of those open up. So imagine, you do the math, you have millions very quickly. And if they open multiple bubbles, then they are, oh my gosh, that's where the chaos happens. And whatever you see is happening, drinking, smoking, to exceed level, and work obsession, physical obsession, whatever obsession comes in, because you want to balance it in a different way. But to order to balance, you cannot balance it. To order to get that back, to have a control over your horse again, you must go deep, to the root. Where did the original bubble started from? Because now at that time you have 10 bubbles that open up, and each bubble has 100 bubbles in there. Man, that's that's over 1,000,000 bubbles in there that you have to deal with. That's a million of thoughts. And if you get average of, let's say 100,000 thoughts a day, normally people say no, and I don't think anyone has ever counted how many thoughts you get. Let's just say 100,000 thoughts a day you get. And if you have 1,000,000 thoughts that is opened up from these bubbles, imagine how long would it go? And every day that passes by, you're adding more million into it, which is in one hand is great for you because you're creating abundance, but you're creating abundance in the things that's giving you a hard time as well. Why don't you open up an abundance in the bubble that bring the purity thoughts, harmony thoughts, joyful thoughts, phenomenal, beautiful thoughts? What if you open those thoughts? You have the same amount of abundance, but you have an abundance in the beautiful things that you desire and the things that you make put a smile on your face. Doesn't necessarily have to be matter as far as the physical circumstances. The physical circumstances will change dramatically as well. But you have to keep that up. You have to keep that up. You must keep that up. It's a process. You must keep that up. Just like exercise. You work out, you exercise, you keep it up. You don't go to gym all of a sudden you get built up muscles and you'll never have to work out for the rest of your life. That's the process. It has its own process. It has its own process as well.